All right, guys. What a wild way to kick off NFL Sunday in Miami. Right before the season opener for the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill found himself in some unexpected trouble. Imagine this. Just outside Hard Rock Stadium, right before the Dolphins were set to face off against the Jaguars, Hill gets detained by police.
Yeah.
That's right. The star wide receiver was placed face down on the street and even handcuffed. And according to his agent, this whole thing was because of a driving violation, not the way anyone expected to start the day, right? But don't worry, Tyreek is still expected to play in the game today, according to his agent, Drew Rosenhaus. Wild stuff, but it looks like he'll be back on the field soon. But before we get into the details, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. Now, let's switch over to the Kansas City Chiefs and Baltimore Ravens game. The Ravens kicked off their season with a 27-20 loss to the defending Super Bowl champs, the Chiefs. Now, some people are out here saying that the Ravens lost because they didn't use Derrick Henry enough, their new veteran running back. And let me tell you, that's just not the case. Henry had a solid debut, running the ball 13 times for 46 yards and even scoring a touchdown. But here's the thing. Most of his work came early in the game. And do I think they should have used him more towards the end? Nah, I don't think that's the issue. The real problem was that Lamar Jackson needed to be more accurate in those clutch moments. One throw was all the Ravens needed, but instead they fell just short. Isaiah likely caught what looked like a game-winning pass in the end zone, but his toe barely landed out of bounds. It was called a touchdown at first, but the review showed it was incomplete. That's a heartbreaker right there. Before that big Thursday night kickoff between the Ravens and Chiefs, we had Grammy Award winner Tasha Cobbs take the stage at Arrowhead to perform Lift Every Voice and Sing, which has been called the Black National Anthem. Sure, not everyone's happy about that song being part of the NFL opener, and some folks have even been calling for a boycott. But let me hit you with some numbers here. This Chiefs versus Ravens game pulled in 28.9 million viewers. That's right. NBC just announced its most watched NFL season opener in history. So yeah, it looks like the supposed boycott didn't have much of an impact. The NFL is still going strong and people are tuning in big time. Maybe this fans will boycott next year's game. We'll see. And lastly, let's talk about the roster changes. Just because the deadline for the roster cutdowns has passed doesn't mean teams are done making moves. The Kansas City Chiefs, for example, made a notable change after setting their initial 53-man roster. They claimed former Dallas Cowboys cornerback Eric Scott Jr. off waivers and decided to release defensive back Nick Jones to make room. Jones, a 7th-round pick from Ball State in 2023, didn't get much time to shine in Kansas City. He played in just 9 games as a rookie, where he managed to rack up 4 tackles, 1 for a loss, and a quarterback hit. So it's a tough break for him, but that's just the business side of the NFL. Crazy start to the season, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.